Hello, and welcome to another episode of Design Your Future, where we focus on your money, your physical health, and your spiritual health. I was reading an article earlier, and it made me think about the times that we are currently in. As you all know, there's a pandemic going on. People are unemployed, and the people that trying to go back to work or have went back to work has done so at a pay deduction or an hour deduction. So I read this article that stated that about 70% of the U.S. live paycheck to paycheck. That's a problem. So I would like to take a minute to discuss something that everyone should have, and that's the emergency fund. So for a minute, I would like to talk and tell you what is an emergency fund, how is it used, and where to put it. First off, an emergency fund is, just as the name suggests, it's for an emergency. It is a pool of money, liquid money, that can be accessed within 24 to 48 hours. So that means no type of real estate, no investment, anything like that, because if you cannot pull it out and turn it into liquid capital within 24 to 48 hours, it's not considered part of your emergency fund. So what is an emergency fund actually used for? It's used for emergency, and I feel the need to explain what an emergency is. An emergency is something that cannot be planned for. So if you're driving down the road and you have a blowout, or you're driving down the road and your motor mess up, that's an emergency. Wanting to go on vacation, or want to send your daughter to dance class, or send your son to karate lessons, that's not an emergency. It may be an emergency to you or the kids at the time, but it's not. It don't fit the definition of an emergency, because Christmas happened on the same day every year. You have 12 months to plan for Christmas. You have a month to plan for bills, monthly bills. Bills are due every month usually. So it's not an emergency because it can be planned for. Anything that can be planned for is not an emergency. It might feel like an emergency at the time because of emotions, but it's not. So keep that in mind when you start pulling out of this emergency fund. Okay, where should you keep it? These funds. Like I said before, it's something that can be accessed very quickly. So the stock market is out. Real estate is out. Mutual funds are out. ETFs. Anything that can cause you to lose money, an investment, is out. Because the thing is, an emergency fund, it is not an investment. It's insurance. It's insurance against Murphy. Because everybody know Murphy. Murphy is that guy, that person that come along when you think everything is going great, and Murphy will kick you in your teeth. So, your grandma used to call it a rainy day fund, because, it's surety, sun shining, it's going to rain. So we need that fund. And it is seen very evidently right now with the pandemic. So what exactly should the parameters of an emergency fund? The emergency fund should be at least 3 to 6 months of your expenses. And I know a lot of you may be wondering, oh my God, that's a lot of money. How can I save it? So 3 to 6 months, right? It's not going to be done overnight. So you need to get started right now if you don't have 3 to 6 months. And the thing is, it's not 3 to 6 months of your current expenses. It's 3 to 6 months of your necessary expenses. That means like your mortgage, your rent to live, your car to get back and forth to work if you have a job or looking for a job, a little money to put in gas to get back and forth, food for survival, and clothes for the kiddos. Now, I say clothes. Our emergency fund is for 6 to 8 months, right? Unless you have a little baby and they weight fluctuate, clothes should be included in this. But if you have a teenager or someone that has been the same size for 6 to 8 months, it's not included. You need to suffer a little bit to build this fund, because the thing is, if you have to give up something, you won't be so willingly to spend it. So that leads me to the next point: how to save this money. It's two sides of this equation. To have more money, because you need more money to put into the emergency fund to fund it and to also pay your current bills, right? It's two equations: income, stuff coming in, and outgo, expenses, things that's going out. Now, the way you're going to control this is income, pick up another job. Simple as that. Uber, Grubhub, delivering pizzas, babysitting, whatever it takes, make the extra money. Sacrifice now to have a peace of mind later. Now, if you don't want to get out and work a little more, you can simply not spend as much. Cut back. Cut till it hurt. There's no rule in the Constitution that state, every week you have to go out to eat, or you have to go out to the movies with the kiddos and wife, or girlfriend, or friends, or whatever you have in your life right now. There's no rule of that. If you don't need it, save it. And that's a good lesson in life anyway. The U.S. has a big problem with spending more than they make. That's why about 70% or more live paycheck to paycheck. And if we stop doing this, saving for emergency fund would be no problem. You'll have money to fund emergency, and you also have money to invest. So, heed my warning. Murphy is real. Another thing is real: if you like this video and the content I put out, please hit and subscribe, the like button. So it does help the channel, and it helped me to continue to put out this content. But back to what I was saying, Murphy is real. And it may not feel like it now if everything is going great and good, but it's going to rain one day. And when it rains, you need to have that 3 to 6 months of expenses set aside, so that on top of financial issue, you won't have the stress of that financial issue, that stress of where the house note is coming from, where the car note is coming from, or where your next meal is coming from. It would be there already because it's planned for, right? So, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, do your future generation a favor. Get the basics out of the way. And an emergency fund is the basic. It's peace of mind. It's just like car insurance or health insurance. It's insurance. You don't never need it until you need it, and you will need it. There's no promises in life. There's nothing that says it's always gonna be sunny outside. So save for the rainy days. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and all that other stuff. I'll see you on the next video.